Hello and welcome to UK Fitness Hub. My name's Tarrant and today we're going to be covering everything that you need to know about bicep tendonitis, what it is and how to fix it. Let's get into the video. Okay, so let's get straight into it. What is bicep tendonitis? Well, your bicep consists of a long head and a short head. Now, these are important. The reason we're talking about it is because if you've got two muscles in the bicep, that means you've got two different attachment points for tendons. So when it comes to the short head, it attaches quite high up, the coracoid process, and the long head actually goes far deeper into the shoulder. And it's generally the long head that causes people issues. Now, so let's take someone with poor posture and they're doing a bicep curl. Typically what they'll do is they'll actually get into a better posture to do bicep curls because they'll have to supinate and externally rotate their shoulder. Typically, it's not actually those direct bicep movements that cause bicep tendonitis. And the reason is your bicep is quite low down on the arm in comparison to where the attachments are for the tendons, which are quite high up in the shoulder. Now, if the attachments are high up in the shoulder and we've got inflammation of the tendon, now that means that really we've probably got impingement or compression that's going on in the shoulder. And again, take somebody with poor posture. All that room in the anterior shoulder is going to be compressed and tight. And if we've got tightness and compression, and you'll know if you've got impingement because you'll have like snap, crackles and pops in your shoulder, often there's going to be irritation of other muscular structures when you start to get tight anterior shoulders. So what we're going to do in today's video is we're going to stretch out those tight shoulders, then we're going to start to bring them into alignment and also work on the stabilizer muscles so they stay there. Let's get into those exercises and stretches.
Your first stretch is a bicep stretch against the wall. To do this, place your hand against the wall or sturdy object, then slowly begin to turn your body away from the wall. When you turn your body away from the wall, make sure that you don't move your feet and they're facing forward. It's not uncommon to feel this stretch in the shoulder or chest regions as well as the biceps. And make sure that when you do hold this stretch, you do it for 30 seconds on both arms for 2 sets. All of the program stretches and exercises are all advised to do every other day. Next up, we're going to stretch out that dominant and overactive internal rotation of the shoulder, and we're going to stretch this out by placing the shoulder into external rotation. I'm using a pole, however you can use a belt or a broomstick and it will be exactly the same. To start, place your hand at the top of the pole and then bring your hand behind your head. Try to get your arm into a position where you've got a 90-degree bend at the elbow. With your opposite hand, grab the bottom of the pole. The greater force you pull forward with on the bottom hand is going to have a direct impact on the severity of the stretch. Start off nice and gentle with this stretch, holding for 30 seconds for up to 3 sets. For our first exercise, we're going to strengthen up the external muscles of the rotator cuff. These are the supraspinatus, infraspinatus, and the teres minor. These external rotators can become weakened and inhibited due to the comparative strength of our internal rotators. There is one more muscle that makes up the rotator cuff, however it doesn't work in external rotation. For this exercise, we can use a resistance band, cable machine, or a TheraBand. Keep your elbow close to your side and try to rotate outward with your hand. If you are using a band, make sure that you're doing this palms up. Ensure at all times your shoulder position is posturally correct and work up to 20 repetitions with slow, controlled repetitions. If you feel you're unable to do 20 and you fatigue really fast, you can either lower the resistance level or keep at it, increase the rest times between sets and slowly try to improve on the reps that you can do. Next up, we have arm adduction. An adduction simply means bringing a part of your body closer towards your midline. To start, ensure you're an arm's length away from the resistance band, side on, then slowly bring the band closer towards your body. Try to pause for at least 2 seconds and hold before controlling the band back to the start position. Repeat this for 3 sets of 15 repetitions in total. Building up strength in your rotator cuff muscles will reduce the chance of shoulder injury and help to stabilise the shoulder and scapular joint. Our next 3 exercises are going to be targeting the rear deltoid, otherwise known as the back of your shoulder. Developing the back of your shoulder is not only going to draw back your shoulders over time, it's going to open up the space that's tight in the front part of your shoulder. The first exercise is a face pull, and to start I'm using the rope attachment. I bring my hands underneath the rope with my thumb pointing towards me. Then I step out in an athletic stance before retracting the rope towards my face. I'm looking to keep the rope at eye level through the repetitions, and I make a conscious effort to try and bring my hands as far back as possible to get that extra external rotation. Do this for up to 20 repetitions, 3 times over. Continuing with the rear delt exercises, the next one is a kickback. To get into the position, I bend my knees and slant my body forward, keeping my back straight, and as I do this, I allow my arms to fall forward. To start the movement, keep your elbows tight towards your body and completely locked out at all times. Then slowly start to bring your arms back, squeezing at the top of the movement for at least 2 seconds. I then control the lowering phase until I reach my original starting position. I'm using a 1 kg weight in this exercise. However, it's not to worry if you don't have weights. You can use a water bottle, can, or similar household object. Personally, this last exercise, a reverse cable row, is a staple in my workouts. Not only is it great to develop the upper back muscles, it also allows for external rotation of the shoulder and improves posture. To start, set up both cables just below shoulder height, then when set, grab the cable furthest to each of your hands. Ensure your hands are palm up, and you should have your left cable in your right hand and the right cable in your left hand. Begin to retract the cables back towards your body with a soft elbow to create an X shape. Slowly return the cables back to the start position and repeat this process for 15 repetitions. If you do this in a gym and you find the lowest weight is too heavy, or you don't even have a gym that you can do this at, you can do this exercise with 2 resistance bands.
That concludes the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. And if you are suffering with bicep tendonitis, I do hope you feel better soon. If I've helped you in any way, a like on the video and subscribing to my channel would mean the world. It helps me reach more people like yourself with free content. If you've got any questions for me, leave them in the comments section and I'll try and get back to them as quick as possible. You've been watching UK Fitness Hub. My name's Travis Tarrant and I'll see you soon.